Greetings to the Lunar Matrix. This is Elizabeth Shermer with an intuitive reading for the Matrix on Friday, September 7th. Today's reading is in anticipation of tomorrow's last quarter moon, which falls at 6:15 a.m. That's Saturday, September 8th Pacific Time, and it runs through next week's new moon, which falls Saturday evening, 7:11 p.m. on September 15th. The last quarter moon always supports the release of letting go of what isn't working in our life. It supports awareness and energy to release patterns that we have moved beyond. And this is in anticipation of next week's new moon, the new wave of manifesting energy that's coming. So we're moving into the last week of a 4-week cycle of expansion. And if you've been following the readings, the expansion this month has come from a very deep, visceral wave of cosmic energy that's supporting us to expand to new levels and experiences and awarenesses of self-worth. The accompanying experiences with this expansion this week, for some of us, have involved an alternate awareness of expansion and eagerness, and then also experiences of emotional intensity of old patterns that have been activated, emotional intensity of drama or frustration or release of the energies that are releasing from a deep place as we expand. So I want to encourage you, and I myself have experienced this, and others I know have as well. I want to encourage you that if you are experiencing these patterns of emotional intensity that feel like regression even, just be rest assured that they're part of your expansion and that they need to be released now because there's a new opportunity coming in a few days. And so the lunar energies, the cosmic energies are supporting the activation of these energies from a very deep level. And so in understanding this potential and the potential for even drama to emerge in our lives this week, I asked for guidance from the tarot cards to help us access tools and clarity and some inspiration about the opportunities of the week to come. And so I drew a 3-card body, mind, spirit spread. The card all the way to the left in the position of body today is the Princess of Cups. And the first pattern that was so interesting to me to observe is that today's reading includes 2 princesses. And since I've been doing the Lunar Matrix readings for several months now on a weekly basis, this is the first time this pattern has emerged. And so I laughed when I saw it because the princesses are about youthful energy, and we are immersed right now in, some of us, in experiencing very youthful responses, even immature responses to situations. And that's because they're available to access for healing and integration right now and release. So I wasn't surprised to see the princesses, and actually the cards today practically flew out of my hands. The message was so clear and strong. So the card in the position of body, the Princess of Cups, represents someone who is moving forward on his or her path into new levels of emotional maturity and awareness and confidence and trust. This card today emerged reversed, and so it did really literally make me smile when I saw this, because the Princess of Cups reversed in the position of body is speaking about someone who is emotionally super sensitive right now, and maybe experiencing even immature responses to situations and expressing them. And so there's a very healthy aspect to this, and that's the reassurance of the reading today, is don't be surprised if you're experiencing some of these responses to situations, or your internal climate is this way, because when you are able to be aware of this response, you can work within from your adult self and become aware of the aspects of your younger nature that are asking to be healed and integrated. So again, the Princess of Cups is a card about learning inner love, someone who's expanding into learning new levels of inner love and self-love in order to send those out to the world. And that's absolutely the process that we are immersed in this week and this month, of expansion of our own experience of self-worth. So you can be asking this week, where is your emotional strength? And what aspect of yourself are you expressing in this time? The card in the middle today, the Five of Cups, is called disappointment. It represents, cups are the emotional nature. The Princess of Cups is learning about love. The Five of Cups is a card about experiencing a deep disappointment when our emotional needs haven't been met. So here's what's interesting about the pattern this week is the Five of Cups emerged reversed. And actually I mentioned before that the Princess of Cups also emerged reversed. And so here's the process of what's happening is that we are engaged in a process of releasing emotional disappointment. The reversal implies a release of these energies so we can experience expansion and emotional pleasure. And there's a mental awareness. The Five of Cups is in the position of mind. So there's a mental awareness of this process that we can hold that will support the emotional intensity that we may be experiencing in our physical body. And so when we can hold awareness for the process and for the integration, we can really access deep gifts when these patterns emerge. And then the card all the way to the right, the Princess of Wands in the position of spirit. I don't know if you can see in this image, but this painting is the princess holding the tiger by the tail. Wands are the suit of energy and fire and intuition and spirit. And the princess is expressing a youthful new initiation into new levels of confidence and clarity and fire and learning about through action in the world and experience in the world, learning these new levels of self-confidence. So this is support from Source and from Spirit this week, bringing the fire to ignite our volatility even, so that we can actually access these deep patterns and move them through in preparation for the new wave of energy coming next week. The astrological chart actually for the week actually had the image of a volcano erupting within, that you may experience intensity of that level inside, and that's what this Princess of Wands is signifying, is that fiery burst, a new burst of fiery energy. So in understanding and holding appreciation for the clarity of the message today, I asked if there was an additional card excuse me, that would add to a sense of additional tools or guidance or something new to consider in this circumstance. And the card that emerged is the Two of Wands, Dominion. And the Two of Wands is a companion card to the Princess of Wands. Twos are all about the emergence of a polarized balance, a dynamic balance. And this is a referral this week to, a reference this week to the polarity of extremes of our experience, from our expanded, highly conscious, self-aware adult self and the reactions and deep inner frustrations or shadow or emotional immaturity that we carry from the past that is asking to be integrated and or released. So the Two of Wands, energetic balance, is a card of, it's called Dominion. It's a card of self-confidence, personal power, embracing polarity in a very dynamic, strong way. So even though, remember that even though this week may bring polarizing circumstances, the higher purpose of this is to activate us deep down, in order to release subconscious programming, to bring it to the surface so we have access to those patterns and emotional limitations and emotional insecurities that hold us back from full expansion. This is it's a vital time coming in the next few days for us in anticipation of the full moon, the new moon in Virgo, which will happen again on September 15th. I'm most eager with the last 4 weeks with the theme of self-worth and this wave of cosmic energy that's been supporting us. I'm really eager and curious to see what the new moon chart and reading will bring. So in the meantime, I wish you a week of vitality and adventure and eagerness to access the energies that rise and to work with the circumstances and the synchronicities in your life that help you get clarity about what it is that you choose to carry forward and what it is that you've outgrown and no longer need to embrace. I wish you all the best and a blessed, integrated, wonderful week. And until we meet again next week, this is Elizabeth Shermer with the Lunar Matrix.